So if you look into Yogananda's ideas about money, you will find many ideas in the lessons and the books that are of value. But some ideas are from very high perspectives, and some ideas are more practical and down to earth and so on. They all have value. But if you're really serious about awakening and self-realization, I would suggest that you really look into the highest perspectives. And that perspective is, in a way, mentioned very clearly in a story in the autobiography. In that story, Yogananda tells that he was relatively young and he was in Benares, living in an ashram with a teacher. And the story goes like this. The teacher is coming late from another city by train, and this is India, so he sends a telegram explaining that he is delayed and will come late. So the disciples were preparing breakfast for him, and they decide to wait until lunchtime and lunch with their teacher. And at lunchtime they get another telegram that he's delayed. He's going to be for dinner. And so they decide to wait, and they don't touch any food. But at dinner time, if I remember correctly, another telegram comes that he's coming late at night. So they go the whole day fasting. And it looks like Mukunda, at that time that was the name for Yogananda, he was feeling hungry during the day and somewhat angry too, possibly. So he had voiced his complaints. And the next day, when the master was already in the ashram, he called him to his office and had a conversation. And in that conversation, he asked, what is all this complaining? So Yogananda said that he answered, well, master, if you don't come, am I supposed to starve to death? And the teacher answered, die if necessary, but never think for a moment that you live out of rice. Separate between cause and means. So at that moment, Yogananda had a big aha. It was so significant, in fact, that he wrote the story in the autobiography. And what that means is that money is only a mean. The cause is always the divine. So every mind, body, organism is living by providence, divine providence. And we need to deal directly with that, with the divine, not be concerned about money or other means, worrying about them. This is very necessary in order to make it, to attain enlightenment or self-realization, peace of mind under all circumstances. We need to transcend our preoccupation with money by dealing directly with the cause, not with the means. So from a non-duality perspective, what happens is that awakening, the realization that you are not the so and so that you imagined, the conceptual self, the little self, that you are awareness or consciousness, the universal undifferentiated consciousness. That brings the realization that, well, every sentient being, everyone is the same, in essence. Now, not as a thought, but as a realization, right? And because you have seen in your own human experience that there is no self, no little self. There is only consciousness, only awareness. So the next conclusion is, well, then there is only one doer, that universal consciousness. And that consciousness is providing for everyone, because it's the only doer. And everything else are means, including money, of course. So you begin to deal directly with the divine and stop being concerned with money. So I recommend that you consider also awakening. There is a link below this YouTube that will lead you to a page called the Awakening Protocol. It's a 3-hour session to help you to wake up to what you really are, and that will lead you to the realization that there is only one doer, or no doer, as in non-duality would be put, because consciousness is not a thing, it's a no thing. So it's okay to say there is no doer, or it's okay to say everything happens by the will of the divine. And that realization brings freedom from, as it is embodied in the organism, freedom from concerns and worries about money. And that's where you want to be. It's not about making millions of dollars. You will still be preoccupied. You can have billions of dollars and worry about money. It's not about having billions of dollars. He or she who are really rich are the ones that don't worry about money. So, good luck. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. You can realize your true nature. In fact, in a 3-hour session, I have done this work many times, and it's feasible. There has to be the desire, though. The desire to wake up. And a very simple practice that you may do to prepare yourself for awakening is to set the intention. You say, I want to wake up. And you repeat it now and then before your meditation. You say this, I want to wake up. I want to wake up. That's it. So you start meditating and the intention is already set. You're meditating because you want to wake up. I was doing that, and a teacher showed up at some point that helped me to take that step, and it wasn't that difficult. It's simple. Good luck to you.